Hi everyone. For our 30th anniversary, Lord Camsell and Mrs. Camsell are back on tour. Hi there, welcome to some more adventures of Lord Camsell and the present Mrs. Camsell as we go on tour once again. This year it is our 30th wedding anniversary, and so we've decided to do a tour of Scotland because of all the travel restrictions. There's still a lot of restrictions in place, so not everything has been absolutely awesome, but we're making the best of it as everyone is at the moment. So the first thing we did, we came up on the Caledonian Sleeper and we had one of their plush double rooms, which was pretty cool. And for the first night and for our actual anniversary, we're staying at the Corrour signal box. If you go and look on Airbnb, then you'll see all about this. It's a fantastic place. We found this place through following a YouTube channel called All the Stations with Geoff and Vicki. I'll put a link in the description below because it's really cool. If you like train journeys, especially around the UK, it's a fantastic channel to follow. So thank you to Geoff and Vicki for pointing us in the direction. What a great place to spend our anniversary. The signal box at Corrour has got 3 rooms that you can book on Airbnb, and it's also got the Station House Cafe. Now, the Station House Cafe is not just good food, considering there's literally nowhere else to get food around here. The food is absolutely awesome. They use a lot of local venison from the Corrour estate, which is stalked by people who stay on this estate, and it is absolutely smashing. Probably not your first choice of destination if you're a vegan, but hey ho, if you like venison, honestly, the food here is stunning. We have done a couple of things while we're here, and we vlogged about them while we did it. So this is what we've been doing. Well, we have arrived at Corrour, and it is everything. You see this on YouTube videos, you see it on the TV.
Keep going.
It's not that. I was just going on about how quiet it was, and all they can hear now is zip, zip. Quiet,
but also sunny. And I got my sunny.
As I was saying, it's really quiet here. Apart from all the zipping noises, all you can hear is a gentle hum from the railway. But it's just lovely.
That's the midges.
It is the midges. So I've been in Scotland before. I know about midges, but we were off the train for what, 30 seconds? And then we're like,
we had to go into the cafe sort of HQ place, so obviously we've got to put our masks on, and I trapped midges in my mask and they're biting my face inside my mask. So I squashed them.
Then we put the midge spray on and realised that it's really noxious and you should only put it on outside, so we're suffocating in the toilets in Corrour Station.
Grabbing our masks again.
Oh, it's so remote here, it's lovely. I wasn't actually going to get the camera out, but I just noticed how ridiculously quiet it was, and I just wanted to do this quickly before we set off. We're going to walk around the loch. It's a lovely day.
Look at my hair though, it's all covered in midge spray. It's
disgusting.
Why
is it the only time you seem to be fussed about your hair is when you see it on a camera?
What are you talking about? I'm like a goddess, I'm constantly preening.
I have to say, this is 100% the best start to any holiday ever. We've just been walking around this beautiful loch here at Corrour, and there is nobody. It is so remote. It is absolutely fantastic. And I've said before, and I will say it again now, that Scotland is God's own country. I've been to a lot of places in the world, but in all honesty, Scotland has got to be the most beautiful. There's dramatic scenery in Iceland, and I love that, and there's beautiful landscapes elsewhere, but Scotland is just awesome. Look at that. So, Mrs. C, what's your first impressions of Corrour?
It's absolutely beautiful. It's just so peaceful, isn't it? And there's so many wildflowers, and we're so lucky with the weather. It's just stunning scenery, and there's no other people here. It's just us. for the win. And I've made some beautiful arts, as you can see.
For our 30th anniversary, I wanted to do a couple of things that Mrs. C really likes, and one of those things is to have a cream tea. However,
In Scotland.
and fair play to the Scottish, because it's not a Scottish thing, it's obviously a West Country thing. You can't really get cream teas up here. I'm sure you can in places, but we are literally in the middle of nowhere. I'll just swing this round. Look, that's where we are. And the nearest place to get anything is at the Corrour station house, and they're Scottish, so they don't do cream teas. So I brought one with us with the help of Elizabeth. Thank you very much, Elizabeth, and Hattie, and I'll explain to Mrs. C how that panned out in a moment. We've got your cream tea. How is it going so far?
Very, very nice.
Very nice.
Nice to have a little sit down as well.
Oh, and it's all gluten-free as well. But unfortunately, some of the things that were supposed to be cold were starting to get a little bit warm. Some of the things which are supposed to be warm we're starting to get a little bit cool, but the tea does look like it's brewing okay, so we should be okay.
Thank you, Hattie and Elizabeth. It's really yummy.
I don't know if you can see us even vaguely because we're backlit, but in here it doesn't matter a dot where you would put a camera because you're going to be backlit, because we are actually in the signal box itself. This is actually really cool. There was a bit of a fly problem earlier, but now
someone's dealt with it. Now there's just a dead fly.
There's a dead fly problem. But it's so lovely up here.
One.
Yeah,
that's a dying.
That's a dying fly problem. He's not going to last much longer though, is he? But yeah, you can see all around, which is really nice today. But apparently the weather's going to turn tomorrow. If I just grab this camera, then you can kind of get a bit of a 360 about what's going on. There we go.
Do the steady cam.
Good. And look. This is
Hello.
Anyway, it's also really, really hot up here, so we should probably get up here.
A lot like being in a greenhouse, really.
It's like being in a greenhouse full of fly spray. So that's our happy holidays for us. So here I am trying to do some serious vlogging, no G, about the Corrour Summit and the remoteness of the station. And it's just Mrs. C just wandering around in the background here.
Look at your picture.
Thank you. So as you can see from this sign back here, the Corrour Summit is 411 metres above sea level. That makes Corrour not only the remotest station on the UK railway network, but also the highest station on the UK rail network. It is also famous for the film Train Spotting, when the guys go out for a walk in the countryside, or they're taken out for a walk in the countryside, I think by Sick Boy, I can't remember quite who does that. They come to Corrour and they walk from the railway station. They're going to be walking up a Munro, but they only get as far as a bridge, and we're going there next. It really is stunningly beautiful here. We're right next to the train tracks, so I'm sure you can see those, but there's not another train due for 2 hours or so, so that's quite safe. Now that we've arrived, this is clearly the wrong side of the tracks. Thank you. I'm in Scotland all week. Try the venison.
Is this it? Is this the bridge?
Yes,
There's
this is
nothing
it.
here.
I know. This is what people come to come to look at. This is the bridge from Train Spotting. The reason it's funny in the film is they're supposed to be going all the way up there, and they got from the station, which is just over there, as far as this bridge, and then they have a bit of an argument, and then
they were underwhelmed and went home again.
and then they go. Well, we're coming to the close of our first full day of holiday, and it has been absolutely lovely. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's basically the sound of nothing.
It's not. It's the sound of your voice.
You know, we came here because Geoff and Vicki, off of all the stations, said it was going to be a great idea. Having watched all the stations and Geoff and Vicki, I've noticed that Vicki isn't as mean to Geoff as you are to me.
She is a bit.
Trying to conjure up an image of the serenity of our situation, and you've used it to attack me, darling. It's our 30th wedding anniversary soon, and we're as happy as ever, aren't we, darling? Good morning, viewer. Today we are going to climb. What I said yesterday was Monroe, but apparently it's not. It's a mountain. We're climbing up a mountain. Quite brilliantly, we've decided to do it on the day that Claire's weather app tells us that the weather is closing in. So it's about to really hammer down thunderstorms.
Thunderstorms, but we're not here tomorrow, so we didn't think it was worth the risk, and then we thought it is, so this will be short. Can you see the path we've come up? No, it's not really there.
This is proper walking, everyone. So yeah, we are definitely going up that mountain today, or we're going to try and get up that mountain. But the reason for doing the vlog halfway up is because the clouds started to come in. I suspect whatever we show you at the top is not going to be very impressive. I mean, hopefully I'll be looking down on a load of clouds, but I suspect it'll just be foggy, can't see a hand in front of your face. That's also going to make it quite troublesome getting back down as well. But what you can see over the back there, if you look very closely, pause. I don't need to pause, they're pausing. You can see the lock that we walked around yesterday. That was a cheeky little 10-mile walk around there, but it was easy going because it's all on the level.
There were no midges yesterday.
There were no midges yesterday. There's flipping loads of them up here. But anyway, today is our anniversary. Happy anniversary, Mrs. C.
Happy anniversary. Yeah.
I told you I'd find a special place to bury a body.
Yeah.
On our 30th.
They know you're not on your own. You can't do it. My midge force are out to get you. My midge army.
Anyway, we will speak to you when we get to the top, but it may not be this beautiful vista. It may just be some fog. We've actually not done this before. We've not climbed a proper mountain. We've been up a mountain. We went on a road, and we're not for the fact that the train goes halfway up this mountain. You can just see the station house just yonder in the background. Yeah, we wouldn't have a chance of getting up this mountain. It's character building, isn't it, Mrs. C?
No, it's knackering.
Yeah? What's wrong?
I'm too old. I'm too tired. Oh, that's the hole I told you to watch out for.
That is. My foot just went down a big hole. But I was just trying to get close and snuggly with Mrs. C, who's loving the idea of coming up a mountain. Now, this was completely my idea to come up this. Oh, hang on.
Well, it didn't look... I know, it looked high, but I thought that there'd be a path, you know, that people with walking poles and stuff have followed, but there was, and stay to me, and now there isn't. The path just petered out, so we've been winging it. Fucking midges can fly though, can't they, up high? I was told they don't go high. I just nearly had a heart attack because there was a frog up here as well.
For anyone who's watching this, get it off me. For anyone who's watching this, who's fit and healthy, you're probably watching this now thinking, what a pair of wusses. I would have been up that mountain before breakfast.
I'd have hopped it.
This is a new experience for us. And if you are thinking that, frankly, you're a little bit judgy.
Yes, I'm nearly 53, you know, and I have arthritis.
No, well, you have to say I'm 54 next birthday.
I'm 53 next birthday.
I knew that. I may only be going up this mountain, I may never be coming down.
Yeah, well, you will be, but faster than you thought.
If you're a fan of the film Trainspotting, you'll be familiar with the bridge in a video the other day. And the fact they didn't walk up the mountain. It's quite possibly the most sensible decision any of those people in Trainspotting ever made. I mean, yes, me and the present Mrs. C are knocking on a bit, and we're very unfit, but we're not drug addicts. Honest. Oh,
I can see the appeal right
we are not quite at the top yet, and we're starting to wonder whether we're going to make it to the top. But seriously, if you was off your head on smack all the time, and then you decided to go up a mountain, no, the bridge is about as far as I think any of them would make it. This is not a slight on Ewan McGregor or any of the other actors in it. I'm sure they're all more than capable, but the characters, no way. And it's looking a bit dicey for Mr. Camsell and the present Mrs. Camsell, as he goes, or Lord Camsell, should I say. But I can see all of the land. This is all mine. My square foot is actually over there, the end of this lock, and down through that valley. That's my square foot of land somewhere over that way, so I come up here to get a vista of all that is mine. I really want to get to the top, but every time we go over a ridge, it seems like it's further away.
It makes me fall off.
Yeah, you probably can't hear Mrs. C there, but she said we did startle some grouse and we nearly fell off the mountain when we did that. So that would have been an amusing death. Now the reason you could see Mrs. C's arse sticking up in the air there
is because she's dead.
It turns out that climbing a mountain is a bit harder than you might think.
Surprisingly hard work, yeah.
But we're really pleased we've done it. It's actually genuinely, I'm flippant about most things, but I feel like I've really achieved something. We're not sure we came up the right way. We might have come up a very difficult way, but we did get up here and we are on top of a mountain. Claire's put a stone on top of
I've made it a little bit higher, actually.
What is it?
I think it's a cairn, isn't it?
Huh?
I think it's a cairn.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah, we'd better look that up before we put this video out. Don't want to.
It looks stupid, do we?
No.
God.
So now we're faced with a new problem, and that's getting back down again.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that bit.
Although it's easier to assess your options on the way down because you can kind of see a lot further out. Climbing a mountain wasn't really a bucket list item, but I'm really pleased we're up here. Are you pleased we've come up?
I am. I'm really, really worried about going back down again. We're hoping that there's actually an easier route down that we failed to spot on the way up, because we did lose the path at one point and we thought, well, we're going up a mountain, obviously there's the mountain, let's go up it. So that meant we went directly up it, which is probably not the smartest move we've ever made. How happy were you when we found the path? We came over this ridge. You're like, there's a path, there's a path. Yeah, because there was a path, there was a really clear path, and then there wasn't for about 2 hours, and then we found it again, which is a bit weird. There's good and bad things about being up the top of this mountain. The bad thing is that we've almost run out of water now, but we're not a million miles from civilization, so we're not going to dehydrate on the side of a mountain. The top tip, if you buy those little tiny bottles of squash, you know that you just squirt into your water bottle. Apparently one squirt actually is enough. Because I literally couldn't drink mine
Claire
yesterday. Claire
always knows best. It's like, that's not much. Well, it only says one square, that's not enough. Oh, that's undrinkable. That's too strong. So vile. Instructions not really. You don't like to be told what to do you? I'm an independent thinker. Yeah. But anyway, that's the bad thing. We've run out of water. The good thing is that you get a mobile phone signal up here. So yeah, if you do ever get to the top of this particular mountain, we'll look up the name at some point, and you do need rescuing. You can get a phone signal up here, which you can't where we're staying down in the valley. No. I think there's an easier way down. Assumption. Anyway. What do you always say about Assumption, Andrew? Look, we got to the top. Winners. That's all that matters. Winner. Make the winning symbol, darling. I need a nap. Winner. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to have a nap and then we'll see you again at the bottom. I just wanted to quickly update you on the state of our journey. As suspected, there was a much easier way to get down from yonder mountain. And it is a mountain as well. There is a path here. It actually leads all the way along this ridge, right up the top there. To the peak, which you can see in the distance. We thought this was the peak, but it's actually the peak is over here, and it was much easier. It's a much longer journey, but it is much easier. And now Mrs. C is having a little paddle, as you can see down there. So wet and smelly. So while I'm recording this, we've got one more night here, and then we are off to Fort William for a couple of days, staying in a hotel there, and then continuing our tour on from there. So we'll catch you again in Fort William. Bye for now.